Hello again. It's been a while, but I'm back, right? We're going to study the same present perfect tense, but now, as I mentioned before, the previous videos were about the present continuous tense, and we're still going to see some similarities, some differences between these two verb tenses. Right? It's very important because the perfect tense is very has many, how can I say, has many details that you have to be aware of and try to understand it better in order to make your sentences more effective, to express your ideas more fluently. Okay, so let's get started. Yeah, I have to drink some water. Some reason. Okay. After this lesson, I'm going to drink water, have some rest. All right. The present perfect. It's never enough to remember some characteristics of the present perfect. The present perfect is used when you have an action that started in the past and then continues until now, right? It continues until now, but then you say, oh my God, the present continuous has the same premise. So how can you say the present perfect is used that way? No, you will see it's different, okay? Let's suppose I had a car accident. Nowadays, it's not possible to have car accidents so often because most of the time you stay home. If you stay home, you run no risk of happening anything. So I had a car accident, okay? This is an action that happened entirely in the simple past. Then, what happened? I went to a hospital to be treated, right? I had to stay at a hospital. And I haven't left the hospital yet. I'm still in the hospital. Yes, I'm recording a video in a hospital, right? Okay, so I have been in hospital for 1 week. You see, the car accident was in the past. Okay, so I had the car accident sometime in the past. Here, it was the car accident. Then somebody took me to the hospital. This action, the whole set of action, happened in the past, not in the present. So, since the moment I took a car, had a car crash, then was taken to the hospital, this whole set of actions happened in the past. Then what happened? Somebody took me to the hospital and I stayed in hospital until now, and I haven't left the hospital yet. I'm still in hospital now, yeah. Okay, so now I'm in hospital. I have been in hospital since that moment. Somebody took me to the hospital, and sometime in the future, when I recover, when I come over this illness, these injuries actually, because I was injured, I will go back home, but it's not the moment yet. So I can say I have been in hospital for 1 week. Okay, so you can't express this idea in the simple present. And remember the clues I gave you before. When you have expressions such as for and since, you use the present perfect tense. Okay? That's it. I've been waiting for my food since 10 a.m. I have ordered some food. It's not the situation because I have already had lunch, right? Imagine the situation in which you have ordered some food through an app, for example. Nowadays it's more common, right? And you have to wait until the food gets delivered, right, to your home. So I have been waiting for my food since 10 a.m. This situation shows that the action is still happening in the present. So I can use the present perfect tense in the continuous form to express an idea that I'm still waiting, right? I have been waiting. Or I have waited for my food since. But in this situation, you want to emphasize the continuity of this action. So in some situations, you can use, it's interchangeable. You can use either the simple, the present continuous, present perfect continuous, or the present perfect tense. But pay attention to the sentence, to the idea you want to express, because it's never as easy as it seems, right? So here you have both situations. When you use the expression how long, right? How long is used more often in the continuous form because how long gives an idea of continuity, of something that started happening and still comes to now and will happen in the future for some time. I've been working for this company since 2010. It's an example. I've been working for this company since 2010. And then you ask, how long is not here, Thales? What's happening? No, it's because this sentence is an answer to a question. How do you make this a question? How long have you been working here? How long have you been working here? I want to know your trajectory, right? When you were hired and how long you have been working at this place. So when you ask a question with how long, it's very common to have an answer using prepositions such as since and for, right? Since and for. And what can you imply from this sentence? That you still work for this company. You started working sometime in the past and then you continue working for this company. All right. I gave you some examples as well when we talk about some specific verbs. I guess I have given some examples with the verb live, right, and do. Live. For example, I live in Botafogo, right? It's a borough here in Rio de Janeiro. I have been living here for some time. So let's ask a question or give an answer of the time I live here. You can use in the present continuous tense, or, well, I can say the present continuous, no, the present perfect, okay? I have been living in Botafogo since 2011, right? In my case, I have been living in Botafogo since 2011. I use the present perfect continuous, but I can also use the present perfect. I have lived is also correct, okay? I have been living or I have lived. It's the same thing. Remember here? I have been waiting. It's possible to change the verb tense here. It's no problem, because these verbs on some occasions they are interchangeable. You can change and use, there's no problem. When you use the adverb always is the opposite of never, okay? Always, never, the opposite. I have always lived in Brazil. That's true, right? This is the present perfect. In the present perfect tense, when you have words such as already, remember already, always, you position the adverb between the verb have and the verb in the past participle, right? The order is important here. And I have always lived in Brazil. Is it possible to use this verb, this sentence in the present perfect continuous? I have always been living in Brazil. No, it's not possible. It's wrong. So in this situation, the only possibility is to use this verb tense in the present perfect tense. So there are small details, as I mentioned, right? There is an expression, I haven't, you will see the pattern. I haven't eaten pork since 2010. Right? I guess it's more time, because since I came to Rio, I no longer eat pork. I don't like pork anymore. I don't know, my parents used to make pork, and now I don't eat anymore. No problem. I haven't eaten pork since 2010. Okay, so what? I haven't done something since. Let's see another example. She hasn't seen her parents for 1 year. Wow, it's possible. She hasn't seen her parents for 1 year. Do you see a pattern here? Most importantly, do you know the verb eaten? Eaten. What does eaten mean? The simple present is eat, the simple past is ate, and the past participle is eaten. Eat, ate, eaten, right? So eaten is the past participle of eat. So I haven't eaten pork since 2010. She hasn't seen her parents for 1 year. And seen, I guess we have already seen this. See, saw, seen. Infinitive form, simple past, past participle. Okay, so she hasn't seen her parents for 1 year. What I want to emphasize here, just to end this video, when you say something, I haven't done since, I haven't done for. So the pattern, I haven't done something, or she hasn't done something for some time, or since some time. In these situations, you use the present perfect simple. It's not possible to use the continuous, right? So when you have such expressions, I'm going to write it again. I'm going to write the pattern, actually. For example, I, she, you. It can be anything, right? Any pronoun here. Haven't done, or hasn't, right? Depending on the pronoun. Hasn't done something since or for some time. So this is a pattern you identify. Just remember, hasn't is used only for she, he, she, or it. All the other pronouns you use have. So I haven't, you haven't, we haven't, they haven't. So if you have this pattern, you must use the present perfect tense. It's not possible to use the present perfect continuous. All right? I hope everything is doing great. Until next lesson. Bye-bye.